Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I see there's some people in the chat. Just gonna... Can someone type in the chat to see if you guys can hear me? Okay. Hey, guys. How are you doing tonight? Okay. Oh, I look beautiful. Thank you. It's been a long week. So I was like, I hope you guys don't judge me because I'm exhausted. I'm pooped. I haven't even had time to like really do my hair. So thank you, boo. Thank you for this new show, y'all. Oh, well, Avery, the goal is TV. That's the goal. But I am very appreciative and I'm very overwhelmed about the response that this show has been getting. Hold on. But I'm very overwhelmed and appreciative and shocked, like super shocked. I did not think I didn't think I would ever reach 60,000 views. I really thought this was just going to be just a piece of art that I put myself into, just to help me and heal me. And, you know, I would have been fine if we got 5 views because at least I know it's an idea that I really like put my all into. So thank you guys for thanking me for giving you the show. So yeah, I did not even expect all you people to come watch me talk. I thought it was just honestly, guys, like a lot of times when we've done these live chats before is usually just cast and crew. So to see how many people, to see 43 people, see, you should be on American Horror Stories. I love American Horror Stories. Of course, Coven was my favorite, but I liked all the episodes, all the seasons. But Coven was my favorite, but then, you know, when I kind of rewatched it and studied it for the sake of Juju, I saw that they gave Marie Laveau and Queenie such a crappy storyline. Thank you, Courtney. We can now be cast and crew. I know that's right. You better manifest it. You sure enough can be cast and crew. We could never have enough crew members because it's like the 10 of us and we like rotate roles on set, off a set 50 million times. So like there's some sets where I am the director, the cinematographer. Sometimes I gotta do sound. Sometimes I gotta do PA work. So we can never have too much crew members. It's literally like 8 to 10 of us that work on this thing. Thank you, Lakeisha. Thank you, Necro. All it takes is the right person with a following to help. Goddess, you are so right. Like, I always say that my crew members, they basically just like, it felt like the universe just kind of handed to me on like, he's like, here. She was like, this is your crew. These are the people I have for you. Make content. Oh, we have cast and crew also in the chat. Hey, guys. Deadly Corvus. Wow, I wish I could enjoy your crew. Yeah, come to New York. That's where we're shooting. Necro, 10-person crew. Yes, 10-person crew. We even had we were so down to the wire where we made our own props. I don't know if our visual effects artist and one of our creative team members, she's not in the chat, but literally like our props, we made it the day of set, 30 minutes before. a scene. I had to make a jewelry box, an antique looking jewelry box, like literally 10 minutes before I called action out of like nothing. But when you guys see it, you'll be like, "Oh, that's a good jewelry box." So yeah, we have to like I have to handle the camera as well as direct, as well as help dress the set, as well as sometimes do sound, as well as edit, do sound edits, color, like it's you know having like a 8 to 10 person crew may seem noble and commendable, but it's really taxing and it's really exhausting, and we are beat. Yes, please go over the witches. Oh, Natch, that's you. I'm gonna get to that question later. Um, so I'm trying to keep up with the chat room. Okay, so I'll answer some questions. So just throw out some questions and I'll pick from the chat. Thank you, Jackie. Tay. Okay, this is Tay Moore. You took your time introducing the characters. Thanks for helping a music playlist for the characters individually. That was fun. Oh, the music playlist was all Janine. After we wrapped, I was creatively exhausted as far as content wise. I was just focused on getting these episodes, but Janine was like, "Oh, what if we made like a playlist for each character so they can kind of get to know them and kind of get to a feel of what their arc is?" And I was like, I'm a music person per se. I like to listen to music. But as far as like knowing how to curate a song list, and I didn't know that the order of each song would matter. Like to me, it doesn't matter. I can play something on shuffle and I'd be okay. So Janine like really curated and thought about, like, I think Allie's playlist have like 100 songs. I would never have guessed 100 songs to put on that girl playlist in order at that. So that was all Janine. Janine gets credit for that. And I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. Let's see. Necro, I can't wait to get some cash so I can donate. Listen, I know the times are rough. All I ask is just support through retweet, post. Word of mouth is the best type of support. Just constantly telling people, hey, watch this. T-dubs, thank you for letting everyone know Black witches are real. Oh yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? I come from a Caribbean background and grew up Catholic, so I always knew it was real. Funny story, I got my grandmother in trouble at church when I was a little kid. It was a Catholic church, and I got her in trouble. I was the kid who always kind of questioned the pastor, the preacher, but I don't know what I was watching. I don't know if it was Charmed or The Craft, but I knew it was a witchy show, and I had went to church like that weekend, and like the priest had like a smudge stick. I grew up with Florida water in my house. Caribbeans, we have Florida water for like all these different reasons. But the priest had Florida water. He had a smudge stick, and then we were doing, I can't remember what thing it was, but like we had got like he put olive oil in the shape of a cross on our forehead. So it was just a whole bunch of like witchy stuff. And because I had watched like it was either Charmed or The Craft, but because I watched it like that day or 2 days before going to church, I blurted out. I was like, "Oh, the priest is a witch," and yeah, so my grandma didn't take me to church with her for a long time after that. So that's just a little funny story of my little child brain knowing that basically it's all the same thing. Kiara confirmed the girls' powers. Why is my crew bothering me? Okay, so what keeps you going? Something that keeps you inspired. Whew. What keeps me going is my childhood self. The little girl in me, like the 8-year-old, 9-year-old girl in me who I used to be. I'm doing all this for child me, because just like many stories, not so fortunate childhood, saw a lot of trauma, saw a lot of stuff. Also being like first generation American, you really don't have the room or support to follow your dreams at that young age, when it's like when you figure out what it is you want to do and you figure out your passion, and like it's shut down and you don't get to go to school for it, and then life happens, so now you got to learn how to survive. So I kind of I'm doing all this creative stuff for the little girl in me who desperately wanted to be some sort of creative as as she got older. So that's what keeps me going, just to child the inner me for me. And of course my son, him watching me do whatever it takes to complete a task and to lead a team and to pursue your dreams. I want him to take that with him into he's into coding and like video games and stuff like that. So I want him to take that into his interest in what it is, whatever he wants to do. Whatever he wants to do, I'm fine with it as long as he, don't half-ass it. So yeah, that's what keeps me going. How Avery Williams, how did you come up with the personalities for the girls? Woo! So the girls' personalities, I know you guys see how different they are. Um, and the girls are literally three parts of me. So when you merge them together, you get me. And I wanted to show, because we're not one way. We have many different layers to ourselves. We are many different people to other people. So, you're one person to work, and you're one person with your partner, and you're one person with your parents, you're one person's with your best friend, you're one person with another friend. So I wanted to take those three different parts of me and like make them their own complete separate person. And that kind of helped me tailor their backstories more, because I knew the backstories to give them. I knew the trauma to give them to make them act the way they do. So like Allie is very unbothered, and she's a realist, and she's very skeptical of things. She doesn't trust too easily. She's all about work. She's worried about hitting her timeline as she hits 30. She's not where she wants to be. She fears. She's afraid to go after promotion. She's afraid to bet on herself. And that was me, especially with this project, and just like throughout life. I'm a realist. Sometimes it's hard to like kind of, as someone who is a storyteller and like has to depend on imagination, I'm still like very much a realist. Like, this is what it is. And, I'm skeptical of some things. And I'm very passionate about my work. And yeah, and then Yaya, she is the one who's very grounded. I know all of us are empaths in certain ways. She's very grounded. She can see two sides of things. She can understand you know, both points on two different sides. And me being the oldest of five, helped me. I can say, okay, I know why you're upset. I know what you're upset, but this is not the way to handle it. And like, it's not like I ever take sides, but I can understand how, like, all that stuff. So, and then being the oldest also, and I'm always the one to calm down my crazy household, my siblings, my mom. I'm always the one to like, okay, let's just take it down a notch. That as far as, how Yaya extends herself, I have done that before, but I don't do it anymore. And then Gigi, she is my early 20s into myself now. She is, as a woman and, in college and, just all that stuff, the big ego. I dealt with that in real life. And just, I'm very an advocate for women and women's rights. As a rape survivor. So I'm very big on the respectability of Black women, on protecting Black women, on, the safety, making sure they have a voice, for women who are in distressed women, battered women. Like if like I'm a big advocate for that for women and children. So Gigi is that character who I'm all for women loving themselves and taking care of themselves and being free and being beautiful and being empowered and confident. So that's why I wrote Gigi's character. That's that side of me. Whereas like, I'll fight to the bone for a woman if I see her, being disrespected or abused or stuff like that. So that's how I came up with the personalities. I just basically split myself 3 ways. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Oh, you guys are just chatting away. Love it. So are you. The show is awesome. Thank you, Jackie. Were the edibles real? No. They were like these cheap $5 cupcakes. And I had to, God, I had to rearrange the cupcakes in the store because like one pack had like blue, red, and like pink frosting, and then it was just a lot. So I had to like really mess with them people cupcakes, but it weren't edibles. They were pretty disgusting. I tasted it, but they weren't real. Set would have been shut down like 2 hours in. It would have been a epic fail. Ned said, no, I actually hate chocolate and spit it out right after the scene. She sure did. Ned just need Gigi, guys. She's in the chat with you all. So let's see. So what I'm hearing is that you're the baddest witch. I mean, I'm kind of like dressed like Allie right now. When I dress myself up, you get a little razzle dazzle. I've never watched Lives, but I'm desperate for the show. Okay, hey girl, Dominique. Yaya touches my entire heart. I'm so grateful for her. That's literally how I am with my younger siblings. I play mom to everyone. Oh, thank you for sharing that part of you. Listen, being the oldest is I'm the oldest of 5. So it's like it's so hard. You literally have to grow up super fast. But I mean, there's a lot of pros. You become self-sufficient, you become very independent. I already knew, like, I had my son at 19, but like I didn't need any mommy tips on how to take care of him because I already knew what to do, how to treat a baby, all that other stuff. So, being the oldest is their pros and cons, but sometimes you get forgotten. So I kind of wrote that, I kind of tailored her to that as well. Like, you always constantly making sure that everyone's fine. You make sure your siblings fine. You making sure they ate. You make sure that they did their homework. You make sure that they took a shower. You make sure that, you just always making sure because you're the oldest sibling and now it's like 4 kids under you. So yeah, I totally get you, Necro. Like being the oldest is super hard. Being the oldest of a lot is super hard. Let's see. Chan Danny, who's saying, I personally think Gigi's character should be toned down a little bit. Love this series, though, itching for the next. Why should she be toned down? Why do you feel like she be toned down? Did you just tune in? Because Gigi is literally me in like my early 20s. All the experiences that you see Gigi have, it would be my experiences. So I'm just interested in to know your reasoning why she should be toned down, or is it this whole society and that's not how a woman should act thing? Because I mean, it is what it is. Gigi's my soul twin. I am definitely Gigi. Yes, for everyone who feel like Gigi, that's what she's here for. She is here to encourage you to step into your baddest self. If you think you are sexy, you are sexy. If you feel like you feel sexy in booty shorts and a crop top, and that's what makes, that's what you like to do, then do it. Wear it, go out to the club, shake your ass. Like, that's what Gigi is here for, to let women know, like, it's okay to like step into your femininity and like be empowered, and it's okay to think highly of yourself as beautiful, not in the sense of like downing other people, like, oh, I'm the most beautiful thing and you're ugly, blah blah blah, but like to just be confident, like you are given a gift, like to be confident in that gift. And that's for anybody. It's just for like when you have confidence and like you walk tall, shoulders back. Like you see Gigi's posture. I made sure like to tell Ned, who plays Gigi, posture is everything. She walks tall, shoulders back, head high, and not because she thinks she's better than anyone. It's just because she has that, je ne sais quoi. She thinks well of herself, and I feel like if we all did that, we could be in so many places. Like we can be CEOs, we can be, millionaires, we can be, or just happy and not have to constantly think about, oh, well, this skirt is too short, or maybe I shouldn't wear this because it's too tight, or maybe I shouldn't do my hair like this because da da da. They're gonna think that I'm bald headed if I wear this weave, you know. So that's what Gigi is here for, to tell women all around that you are bad and don't let nobody make you feel bad for saying you sexy. Um, let's see. I feel like Gigi is too much of a stereotype. Some of you will probably hate me for saying that, but she has this Cardi B. Well, like I said, she was me, so I guess I'm the stereotype. I mean, I know I'm a stereotype. So, I respect what you think, but that's just what it is. What I will say is please give, you see this, just give our characters room to grow, because they're modeled off of real life people. And if no one gave me the room to grow, this show wouldn't have existed. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Oh, y'all having a whole Bible study discussion in the chat room. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to find. Someone asked questions about the guys. So what are the questions about the guys? I can't find who asked that question. Do. When does this series come on? Okay, Kelly B. So we have our schedule up on Instagram under our highlights. We have it up on our website as well, jujuwebseries.com. We are at our mid-season break right now. We do production in-house, meaning that I edit, Janine edit, we all just kind of edit it, and we all have lives outside of this, believe it or not. We all have full-time 9-to-5 jobs, believe it or not. So, so we are not coming back 5th episode until January 7th. Chandani, vibe is an issue within our community, and you're right. She is relatable to many people as yourself in your 20s, but we're the only one with true power to decide how. Okay, I respect your opinion, but regardless, I'll still be. I'm pretty sure you'll still be watching. Trust me, I know. Where have I seen Kyle before? Kyle's a fashion model, and he's doing like big New York modeling campaigns. So if you live in New York, you're probably seeing him on subways, taxi cabs. He is Hollywood. Where are the girls? Where are the girls from? So they're all first generation girls, first generation Americans. I wanted to play on that as well, because hello, first generation American. oldest child, oldest girl. It's hard out here. um, Yaya is Jamaican. Gigi is Haitian on her mother's side. Her father's side is from Louisiana, New Orleans, in the outskirts. Um, and Ali is Cuban. Let's see. Ooh, you guys have all the questions. Whew. Can you talk about your process of writing and any prep that goes into shooting the episode? Okay. Writing. I don't know my process really. I know that I can't be home. Um, I'm not disciplined enough to work at home. If I do work at home, it's because I'm like down to the wire and like I really just don't feel like going outside. But I try to go into a space with sunshine. I'm from South Florida. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which is like depending on where it's like could be a 10 to 30-minute drive from Miami if you guys don't know where Fort Lauderdale is. Um and I'm so used to palm trees and hibiscus plants and all these greenery and water and lakes and the beach. I'm so used to like that environment that when I came up here, everything just kind of like blocked. So when I write in New York, I try to go to places that have sunlight. I try to go to places that I know have like indoor plants, kind of like to give me a sense of I like to be outside. I like I was a kid who used to just be outside all day in my mom's avocado tree or mango tree and like reading all day. I love being outside. So if I can be outside or be somewhere that can kind of manipulate outside for me, that's a start. I keep peppermint oil by me and like kind of like just like dab it right here because it helps me focus. Peppermint oil helps you focus with concentration. I make sure I have snacks. I make sure I use the bathroom, and I kind of just write out, just vomit all my ideas out, organize them. I outline before I write my scripts. And if I feel stuck, I'll like reference back to like a Vampire Diaries episode that maybe have the same kind of storyline or like Charmed episode or like stuff like that. And then just tailor it down and all that other stuff. As far as preparing to shoot, oh my God. Producing takes a lot of time and it's a lot of prep work. It's a lot of preparing, it's a lot of planning, it's a lot of boring stuff before you get to the creative stuff. I just make a to-do list and I just tackle each task one by one. I used to like look at my whole list and like get anxiety and just like close my book, my planner and like go to sleep. But what I had to learn to do is just tackle each thing one by one and like prioritize it. Like, okay, what's the most important to the most least important? And there's like things like lining your script and creating a shot list, and maybe you need to create a storyboard and then blocking and then finding props and finding special pieces of wardrobe, scheduling table reads. So it's just like little things like that. So I just make a to-do list and I have a planner. If you need a planner to just keep everything in order. But prep, that would have to be like a whole 4-hour workshop because it's a lot. So let's see. Alexis Jada, how did you film the subway seas for Yaya episode? Oof, I literally just said, hey, meet us at this platform, and we just went for it. That's it. And just we had faith of a mustard seed and just hope that nobody kicked us off the train. So yeah, we just went for it. Major expressions. I was an extra in episode 2, The Guy with the Jury. Had a great time participating in that. Keep up the awesome work. The show is excellent. Oh, Lee, thank you. Listen, I always tell that my extras and my background actors, I'm like, look, this show don't exist without you because I can't create a world without you. Like, yes, our main cast is important, but we need background actors and extras to really sell the story. I appreciate y'all because y'all saved my tail plenty of times. Let's see. Do. Arodea. Ain't no avocado mango trees in New York. There are no avocado mango trees in New York, okay? But let me tell you, I am going home to Florida tomorrow night, and I am ready to see the sunshine in the greenery. If Gigi's actress is still in the chat, how do you feel when you act her out? Oh, I don't know if Ned is still here. Ned, we should probably do a live chat for just Gigi and the other girls. Like, you guys do your own thing. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Okay, you guys have your own little. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of AOL chat. Y'all got your own little AOL chat going on. I fucks with it. Let's see. I'm trying to find the questions amongst the discussion that's going on. Talking about how do you find your powers? I'm from Trinidad. Hey, what's up, my West Indian people? Bop, bop. Cherokee love. I'm not first generation from the island, but I have ancestors from Jamaica, Bahamas, and Trinidad. Ooh, so you're Caribbean. You don't have to be. I mean, if you ask my family, I'm American because I was born in Florida. To them, you know, they don't really think that you're of the culture sometimes. Do you accept fan art? Yeah, well, of course we accept fan art. I would love some fan art. Favorite Vampire Diaries character or Charmed? This is from Zorisha. So let me tell you, Bonnie is the reason why I really created Juju web series, because when I came up with this idea, it was really out of like anger. I was so pissed off at CW. And I was so pissed off. Oh, Jules is in the chat, guys. I was so pissed off at CW that I was like, I was walking around my house pacing. I think I was sending my best friends voice notes because they had watched it. I don't know if they finished it. But I was so pissed off because they put Bonnie through so much, like the Black Witch. They put her through so much. They have cut off her ancestors from her. They killed her mom, dad, grandmother, killed about 3 of her boyfriends. Like every time she found an ounce of like just a little smidge of happiness, they just snatched it away from you, girl. And like when the series ended, and then she's always cleaning up their mess. Like a lot of these spells and a lot of this shit that Bonnie done did, Bonnie did not make this mess. It was not Bonnie's fault. So she was always like, I used to be like, oh my God, Bonnie, you had nothing to do with this. But at the end of the series, like everyone got their happy ending. Everyone got to be with their loved ones, and they sent Bonnie on like a road trip. And I was furious. I was so pissed off. Like you really would have thought it was like a real something. And then yeah, my boyfriend was like, well, why don't you just make something with witches? And I was just like, duh. But the reason why I really didn't wasn't like focused on it, because I really thought Juju was a dumb idea, and I thought nobody would watch it. I thought it was cheesy and campy and like corny. But yeah, Vampire Diaries is my Bonnie is my favorite character in Vampire Diaries. As far as Charmed, Piper was my favorite at first, but then she started to become too whiny. And then after that, they all just kind of got on my nerves. So I don't really have a favorite character. Someone asked too, but who is the older witch bringing the girls together? That's their elder. I don't want to get into why she's there, but that's their elder. She was, like she said, she was sent on a mission. But we get into that. Has your boyfriend appeared in the series? Yes, Leslie, he has. My boyfriend is Hotep Hakeem. um, Someone asked about longer episodes. Okay, yes. So, guys, all 64 of you, let me tell you, we would have loved to give you guys longer episodes. And like even these episodes now, we had to trim a lot because of costs. Um and one scene, literally one scene, one page of a script could cost $5,000 to film easily. Just one page, just one scene that's like a minute long. 1 minute of a scene can literally cost us $5,000 to shoot because you gotta book location, you gotta get that, you gotta pay the actors, you gotta pay the crew, you gotta feed them, you gotta give them breakfast, you gotta give them lunch, and your crew, like a good crew would be like 10 people, so 10 people over $100 for the day, and then the cast, and then the rental for the location, and then props, and then food, and then like miscellaneous things that just comes out, like you just don't know we may need. Sometimes we may need gaffer's tape when we got to rent a surrogate tape. Sometimes we may run out of batteries. We got to rent a surrogate batteries. Like I had to cheapen the script a lot to because like once we got our funding, I had to like go back to our scenes and like, okay, what can we cut out? 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 But still tell the story. So we see y'all, we hear y'all. I have this story like lined out for seasons. We have so many deep things we want to get into, so many layers, so many themes that we want to get into, but we can only give you so much with what we have for the first season. And the goal for next season is longer episodes. Trust me, we want to give y'all longer episodes. We're not being mean. We're not being crabs. We're not, we want to give it to you. It's just that this is not a cheap process. I'm just going to be straight real with you. Like, it costs money. It costs money. So imagine longer episodes, let's say a full 30 minutes, no credits. That in TV world, on network television, that's easily probably like $100,000 to shoot, depending on the show. So one episode of your favorite Netflix show or whatever, and that's probably the lowest is 100,000. That's the lowest I'm going because I think it's really in the millions. These things cost money. So we're doing the best we can with what we got. I think we're telling the story in a good way. Season 1 is all about introducing. We can't get into deep storylines for season 1 because honestly, we didn't know that it would have even gotten past season 1. So everything is an introduction. You get to we introduce the spell being broken, that there's a spell. We introduce that there's someone after them. We introduce what each girl is like and what their powers are and what their powers could be. We introduce the elder. We're introducing our main cast, but we have already like ideas of how we want them to go. But in order to give you episodes that you want, and in order to give you time to get to know these characters the way you want, and in order to give you action scenes and fight scenes, trust me, they're there. But in order to give you that, I have to afford a stunt coordinator. I have to afford a stunt rehearsal guy so they can rehearse. It costs money. It costs money. So for next season, when we have our crowdfunding launch, I really hope that we can get your support because we have so many things we want to share, and we don't want to be able to cheapen it. We don't want to cheat it. We don't want to, take things away that can make our story even more, even better, because of lack of resources. So that's that on longer episodes. I gave you my best with what I had. I'm sorry. But that's just how that is. We're indie, you know. I'm a mom. I'm the only mom on this production, you know, and I'm the executive producer. I'm the leader. So I have to work. I have to take care of this child because this is, you know, unfortunately not bringing me an income that I can live off of yet. So you know, we have lives. We have, you know, family members we need to take care of, children, we're in school, we go to work, you know, we got rent, we got bills, you know, that's just the reality of it. So I'm glad you guys are hooked. I'm sorry I couldn't give you longer episodes. Let's see. Do. Is the New Orleans guy Shango? Aha! You guys are coming up with some interesting theories. I like it. I'm not answering that though. Yeah, what's fucking with the guy at Natty's and the religious friend with the head wrap? um, Coop. Coop is just you know, a dude. Try to get you to open up and then shut you down and when a new cute face walked by. Not answering that either. And the religious friend with the head wrap. Well, she's kind of like Majick hungover because the elders switched bodies with her. So she's like, woo. Um, Let's see. Jack Higgs, you're my favorite YouTuber. What? This is my first time ever doing this. Am I a YouTuber now? Oh God, please don't. I don't want to be a YouTuber, guys. Like, I don't like to get in front of the camera, but you know, I'm doing it for y'all. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Why is Tremaine entertaining theories? We will be having a Kickstarter. Yep. Ned, you tell them where can we donate, Dami. So we'll be having a Kickstarter next month. So look out for that. Launch a Patreon. We do plan on launching a Patreon after our Kickstarter. Would you approach Netflix or do you plan to stay independent as possible? I'm trying to get my ducks in a row. The goal is to get more money because like I have so many plans for this story and we need to be in like different cities, different states. We need green screens, we need bodysuits, we need flying animals. Like I want my stuff to look stellar. So my goal is not to stay independent because not for this series. Like I do plan on getting it on a larger platform. So that I can really execute the vision I want. Yeah. Let's do donations. More live streams will bring more donations through YouTube. I really want the donate. Stop. Gotta be broke. You ain't gotta stop doing nothing. Listen, and don't say you're broke. You're just manifest money and it'll come to you. Cause child, it's rough. It's rough in this economy. What's the funniest unexpected thing you've seen or endured while filming? Whew. Oh God, every day was such a funny day. The whole Juju team is full of comedians. You know who's the funniest person who keeps me laughing? Not Ned, Sydney, Allie's character. When we were staging, we were staging a scene for episode 6, and like I made a pentacle, and she was just like so freaked out, but it was like with sugar. And then for the pilot, when we brought out the voodoo doll, Sydney's eyes just was like, she was like, woo, Chile. And like that took me out because she was like legit scared. And I'm like, it's literally like we're not doing anything with it. There's no intentions behind it. My intentions are clear. Is like we're fine. Like nothing's gonna happen. So that's by far was the funniest for me. You got Cash App. We do have Cash App. If you want to help during post-production process, we do have Cash App, so you can send a little $5 there if you want to. Leslie Michelle 5K. Yes, and like I said, one page could cost $5K to shoot. Shandani, are you funded? We got funded through Kickstarter for season 1, but now we're gonna do another campaign for season 2. Yes, I want an hour, Jackie C. Ooh, an hour. Ah! Oof. We would need to raise like 6 figures. And if we did give you guys an hour episodes next season, it would not come out next year. It would probably come out the top of 2021 because longer seasons means longer time to edit. So yeah. Goddess Loveology. Oh, I'm a Florida girl too. Hey, Florida girl. Girl, no, I'm not from New York. I am from the bottom of the map. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get everyone's questions. Who is that guy that was talking to Gigi after she had that one guy stab himself? Like, is he human? It seems like him and Gigi had a connection. I'm not. I mean, what do you think? Obviously, he wasn't affected by the freezing. So I know what he is, but your guys' theories kind of make me want to change it because I'm like, oh, that's a good plot point. So yeah. Yes, I'll put the Cash App in the description. Nita D. Oh my God, you guys should do an episode in Congo Square and NOLA. There's a drum sessions area. Well, Nita, if we get some money, we would like to travel and shoot different episodes in different cities. I'm addicted to the show. Oh, thank you. Are you worried about creative integrity if you stop being independent? I do. I really do. I honestly do. But I kind of have faith that maybe they will let me keep my integrity. If I have to compromise my integrity with this project, then I'll just definitely stay independent and just try to like crowdfund it through every season, I guess. But sometimes you get lucky and get to keep your creative independence. And then so I'm just hoping I get lucky with that. Yes, I'm gonna put the Cash App stuff here. Let's see. I was wondering why the dude wasn't affected by the spell. My heart jumped like hell. You see, you guys will get way more of Jules moving along. Second season, you'll definitely get more of him. I thought the white lady was controlling him and that's why he was not affected. Huh? Oh, maybe that's what it is. Who knows? Jules is answering all you guys' questions in the chat. So, oh, thank you, Ashley. So for those who want to donate now, what those funds go to is to help offset costs of our sound editor, because we hired a sound editor. So donating helps us pay for that sound editor, and like any other softwares that we need for editing, because softwares also cost a lot of money too. We are working on merchandise. Actually, we were working on merchandise today. But we are working on merchandise. Let's see. I share as much as I can. Yes, guys, $1 is even appreciated. I really appreciate your support. The directing is beautiful. The scenes are amazing. Thank you. Being that this is a lot of our this is my second project I've ever made outside of film school, so that means a lot to me because I'm an artist and I have my insecurities. So I was like really wondering like if everything looked okay, if it made sense, if they're gonna understand the story, if are they going to be, is it interesting? Does it look good? Like, so I really appreciate that. Uh, let's see. Any other questions? Who is the white woman? She's sneaky, and I love that. Ha ha ha. You'll see at the end. Kind of sort of the finale. Yeah, the end of the season, you kind of get somewhat of a question, but like I said, is season one is really like the tip top of the iceberg. It's super shallow. It's supposed to be super fun. But next season is a whole different tone. Like it gets dark, it gets intense, it gets, so this season, like I said, I didn't know where this series would go. I didn't know if I would even get money to shoot it. So um yeah, so that's why it's like you just get a whole bunch of introductions, but it still completes the story at the end. It's still an arc, if that makes sense. Um let's see. So wait, was that the last episode? No, Ray, that wasn't the last episode. We come back January 7th for episode 5, and then a week after episode 6, and then the week after that is the finale. So you have 3 more episodes, and they'll come week by week. It won't be no gap. So January 21st would be the last, the end of the season. So there's 7 episodes. Let's see. Make sure for manifesting funds because I need the merch. Oh yes, we will definitely manifest that because woo. I'm looking for questions. Dame Dash launched a streaming network. He did. Oof. I don't know. I'll have to be real with you. I don't know. I'm not just gonna hop on any streaming network. I gotta see what Dame is about. Any other questions? Thank you for all the comments. I'm reading the comments now. Thank you so much. Crowdfunding, when is that? Crowdfunding campaign is going to launch at the end of January. Why did you pick those specific Orishas? So I don't know if you were here earlier and I was explaining that the different girls were like different parts of me. So I just kind of researched personalities of those characters. Do you use one spiritual system or inspired by multiple? We use multiple. It's a whole. This is about Juju web series is about to be a whole history lesson for these white people. So it's not just one thing. Like we include. I know it feels like we're just kind of catering to Caribbean descendants, and yes, because that's my culture. I'm more. I know that culture like the back of my hand, but we incorporate many across the diaspora, like even across the world. Like it's not only going to be Black witches, there could be gypsies and all those other stuff and all that. So everything is no one's gonna be left out, basically. Again, incorporating other stuff like that costs money because different spiritual beliefs need different props. I love this show. Thank you, Sacred. Is it Sacred Sai? I love your reviews. Thank you so much. Yes, come on, Nova. How do their cultures play into their magical powers? I kind of base their personalities off of that also. Their emotions, their powers is based off who they are as a person. So remember, like their powers just came at the birthday party. So their whole lives they've been this way, and their powers just kind of like play into like who they were born to be. So Yaya is like Phoebe from Charm with a more passive power than an active one. Ooh, who says Yaya doesn't have an active power? Ha ha ha. Danky Doll. As a white person, I'm here for the history lesson. How can I make sure I stay respectful? Stay respectful as far as what, like speaking on it? I would just say, just stay, I guess. The best way to stay respectful to one's culture is just to learn the culture and like why the culture is so important. Like, why is this so important to, why is Obia so important to Jamaicans? Why is Santeria so important to Cubans? Or like just why our culture in general is just so important. And then when you learn that, you kind of like respect that. Um, so I mean that's about it. Knowledge, just educate yourself. Thank you for watching though. I really appreciate it. Um I'm looking forward to more years of Juju. Me too, girl. Me too. Let's manifest it together. Or all the powers more passive, like the domination control, then a fireball singing things. Um, I mean, the thing is with Juju, I like to tell people at the end of the day, yes, I'm basing it off Caribbean culture and Hispanic culture and African culture and our tradition religions. Even though I'm going through that, it's still entertainment. It's still a fiction story. It's still fantasy. So I would love to have them to have more, more entertainment, like more visual effects and more make them stronger, make them actual like have superpowers. So passive powers are cheap right now. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. Should write a book. Woo. Writing a book takes a lot of commitment and discipline. Is a book adaptation coming? I don't know. Someone might have to write that out. 'Cause writing a book takes a lot. My name is Alejandra, and I work like crazy. I too Afro Latina. Soy morena. I definitely feel. Hey girl, I'm glad you feel her vibe. My mom is part Cuban, so that's where that came from. That's why I incorporated that into it. Personally, I prefer witchcraft like the originals from Charmed. It feels real and doesn't need a lot of. Yeah, same here. But I like to play with. Um, I like active powers. Once Upon a Time is like one of my favorite shows because I don't know, I like it. Zorisha, growing up Caribbean, I heard a lot of stories of girl in St. Lucia who could only make it rain indoors. Caribbean magic have some funny active powers. I heard about that story as well. um, I think it's important to study all religions. You'll find it's the central spirituality system and the connections. Goddess, I agree. When I was in 8th grade, I was on punishment. And like my punishment, so I was a big reader. So like punishments wasn't really a big thing for me. And so I was like, okay, well, if I can't watch TV, I'll just read my books. But my stepdad had a different way of punishing me, and I had to read the whole Bible. I had to read the whole Torah, and I had to read the whole Quran, and I had to analyze it and compare and contrast it. And jokes on my dad, I enjoyed it. So that helped me a lot too with this story, knowing the sacred books. Someone said great father. Oh God. That's why I kind of play with, religion into it as well. Um will you be in any episodes? You didn't catch me in episode 3. I was in episode 3, so we watch episode 3 and you'll see me. And make sure you at me on Twitter when you see me. Let's see. Nedge is over here selling teas in the inbox. Nedge, this is ghetto. It's like you outside the concert hall selling teas on the street. I'm looking for questions because the American school system doesn't teach you a lot. Oh, that's Nedge. With Ali being Afro-Latina, will you dive into her magic and culture? Oh, yes. We're diving into everyone's culture. Everyone's gonna, like, we're gonna completely dive into who they are, where they're from, and their culture. So you'll get to know way more about the witches and where they come from. It's not all about magic. Like I try to split their storylines between their humanity and their magic. So yeah. Knowing the sacred books helped you with all this, Leslie? Yes, it kind of made me understand spirituality even more on a, I guess, like on a universal scale of things, because to be quite honestly, all three books were almost exactly the same. So, and that helps me also put that trope and layer into this series to show the similarities between um like Christianity and magic, spirituality. God is what you are honest and have a beautiful, humble. Oh, thank you. Are there going to be more spiritual shows after Juju? I think Juju is gonna be my one and only web series for right now. Um, I spiritual shows. I have a thriller, a fantasy thriller that I did write out, a short that I'm still working on. But it's like more of a like a southern goth East Bayou type of vibe, which is I'm trying to shoot it in back home in Florida, like the Everglades and stuff like that. As far as shows, I don't know. This is a lot. um, Juju comics. Um, I don't see why not. That's a good idea. But I'm not a comic book writer. I haven't read a comic book since Archie in like elementary school, so I would. Oh, Yaya is here, guys. She said Nedge ain't ghetto. My girl is about to hustle. Nedge is hustling t-shirts for us. Honestly, overall though, I'm here for the knowledge. Hearing how you're seeing it through everyone's witch lines provides so much more than you just Googling random info. Oh girl, let me tell you something about me. When I did this show, I was like, no one is gonna talk about how inaccurate I am, because I would have been shamed. You know, I'm Jamaican. We have a lot of pride. Like you wasn't about to tell me I'm wrong. And I feel I don't like being wrong. I Google and fact check things like multiple times before I speak on anything. I don't speak on things I don't know. And if I don't know it, I have no problem telling you I don't know it. And then I'll just go find out. Um, so as far as this series, like I did like 4 months of research, and like I was unemployed at the time. So that means I was in the library from like drop my son off in the library from like 9 to time for me to go pick him up at like 4 o'clock, Monday through Friday, on weekends, all the time. I was always reading, always notating, watching shows and watching documentaries. I'll watch a bunch of YouTube century documentaries, because I wanted to make sure that I was given the right information and representing people's culture properly, representing my own culture properly, because, you know, sometimes we get so far away, removed from who we are and like where we came from, that we kind of don't really understand it or we forget. So yeah, yeah, I wasn't about to be talking about me. um, You said Juju isn't your only work. Where can we watch your other work? So I did a short film. I did 3 short films on mental health, and sorry guys, my eyes are super dry. I'm gonna get you guys a link. I did a short film on mental health and how in the West Indian community, because of mental health in my family, and within myself, having mental health illnesses. So that was my first project outside of school, and the only thing I kind of knew how to write. What am I looking for? Okay, I'm gonna send you guys the link now. Don't judge it. It's super rough. um, Jules is in it. He was in my project, my homie from Florida. And here comes Hotep Hakeem. Asking me questions that he could have texted me. Um, Let me find the link for you. So yeah, Jules was in, well, Tremaine, the actor who plays Jules, he was in my first short film. So we've worked together before. So he's the homie. So there's the link. Let's see. All of you ladies are talented and it shows. I'm glad that chemistry lane for us. I'm manifesting funds for you. Thank you. Oh, yes, please light the candle. And that's crazy with the actresses. They literally just kind of just fell into each other. It was like love at first sight for them. Like I think I don't know, like they were like doing each other's hair and stuff. It's like it's so cute. They are like it's really I was nervous because I know how it is when sometimes a bunch of girls come around. Because I've been on the dance team in high school, I've been on the cheerleading team, so I was like super nervous that maybe one may come off one way and they wouldn't like each other, but like literally they're like this. Um, let's see. Any favorite top resources you use for research? The library. I try not to use the internet too much because internet's been out so long that anyone can manipulate it, like especially like Wikipedia. So for sorry guys, my eyes are super dry. So for research, I just library books. I googled books and just had to read library books. Um I love your series. What cameras do you use? We use the Black Magic Pocket camera. That's what we used. Um okay, so I'm gonna 10 more minutes and then I'm out. You guys had me for a long time. Um, do you guys like these lives? Would you like to do lives with like the actresses? They were meant to be together, their souls connected. Yes, they were. I'm telling you, they're just like they do each other's makeup. They take these cute little selfies. They have their own little group chat. Like they're like besties now. Um Any other questions? I'm glad to see a predominantly colored cast for a change. Yes, me too. I told myself, Kiara, who does our casting, um, I was telling her, especially for our Cuban witch, I told her that I didn't want anyone lighter than me. And literally just fell out the sky to me. I was looking for actors to audition for her character, and she like DM'd me. I was like, I don't have a reel. And I saw this. I was wondering if you're still holding auditions. And then like I was looking through her Instagram and I was showing Kiara, and I was like, oh my God, I think I found Gigi. And then she auditioned and it was so good. And like I was in Florida at the time, so we auditioned through Google Hangout, and I was like, well, here's Gigi. And then she met the girls early this year, I think like February or March. She met them and they just kind of fell into each other, and then that's just that's the witches. I love my girls. We were ride or die at this point. Yes, you guys are. Cassie, that sounds so weird from you. You sound like a little thug, girl. Yes, we would love to see more live chats. Okay, noted. Okay, we can do more live chats. I'll check in with you guys. Um, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Who handles the score, music, and playlist? That's a dope idea. Also, the playlist is Janine. She handles. Janine did the music video as well, so she directed the music video, creative direct, shot design, conceptualize. Like she did everything. All I did was just show up with the two outfits she asked me to show up in. She told me to wear yellow. She told me to wear black, and she said that's. I said okay. But she directed it. She came up with the colors, the concept, the editing style, and everything. So she handles the Spotify playlist as well. As far as the scoring and music, Kenny, who is also one of our camera operators, and he shot the music video. He edited the music video. Kenny made our theme song and our opening credits. So Passport Kenny. He also does the past portraits for the girls. So that's him. I have all Juju cast lists on my Spotify. Yes, you have such an amazing team. I do. I mean, I really don't know what I did to deserve them. Surprised they still sticking around, child. Um. Okay, let's see. A few more questions. Love the video. Thank you, A. Kelly. Um. Let's see what else. Let's see. Any other questions before I sign off? Also, there's not many white characters in the show. We get this white Lacey and she's no good. Is this the Bonnie treatment? Not necessarily. There can be more white characters. I mean, it's just like right now, there's not enough. Um, any other questions before I log off? So again, if you guys want to donate, I'm going to put our Cash App in the box again. Our PayPal link if you don't have Cash App. Nope. And our website where you can still get the donation link, and the website you can see the schedule. Can we do live chats discussing the episodes? I can do that for you guys. We can go live. I I got you. You see, I'm trying to do what y'all like. So we can do that. We can do that. I got you. We can do that. Sacred Side, what's the white lady villain name? Right now she's Mysterious Woman. She has a name, but right now she's Mysterious Woman. Live chats on episodes would be great. Okay, noted. So I'll definitely schedule those. Would you guys want the characters as well? So the thing is, we have also an after show called Behind the Magic, we where we have a host talk to the cast and crew. Well, just the cast of like the episodes and their characters. So we can definitely do like after Behind the Magic airs, and like definitely do like we can do a little thing like this. We can have a little fun time. We can ask them questions. Okay. I like the tarot card pulls for the cast. Oh yeah, that was all Kiara. So Kiara, who is our casting director, she is the one who created the show Behind the Magic and produced it. So that's all Kiara. So here is Janine's Instagram, the one who curated the playlist and not watch, but directed the music video. I watched all the episodes last night back to back. Oh, thank you. Oh, you guys want everything. That's a fine day, no problem. We have content for you guys. So yeah, so if there's no more questions, I'm gonna sign off. Thank you guys so much for coming in, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys asking the questions. I appreciate you guys being respectful. I appreciate you guys understanding how it is to work independently, because I know we've had a lot of hiccups, and I apologize for that. Yeah, I just appreciate the love. I appreciate the support, and thank you so much. And you guys have given me just such a new you guys opened up a new pocket of my inspiration, and like now you're just like tucked in there. So now I'm doing it for you guys because I see that you guys really enjoy it, and I don't want to let you guys down. So yeah, thank you for coming, and I will see you soon. But we do need merch though. Nedge got you on the merch. Just stay tuned. 2020 is gonna be a whole new ball game for us now that this is our trial run. But we got you guys. So talk to you soon. Later.